Hey Sagittarius, I just finished doing your reading and I need to share what came through because the energy here is absolutely fascinating. So I sat down with my deck today specifically thinking about you all and what the universe wants you to know right now. And what came out was just incredible. Let me start by saying that this reading is all about unveiling something that has been hidden from you. There is a secret path opening up, and it is going to lead you toward the most radiant new beginning you have experienced in a long time. The cards are showing me that you have been walking in a certain direction, maybe feeling a bit uncertain or questioning if you are on the right track. But what is about to be revealed is going to change everything for you. Alright, so the first card that came out for you is the Nine of Cups. And when I pulled this, I actually had to pause for a moment because the energy was so strong. The Nine of Cups is traditionally known as the wish fulfillment card, the card of emotional satisfaction and getting what your heart truly desires. But what is coming through here is so much deeper than just having your wishes granted. What I am seeing is that you have been holding this vision in your heart for quite some time now. Maybe you have not told anyone about it, or maybe you have shared it but people did not quite understand the depth of what you were dreaming about. This card is telling me that you have been doing the internal work, the emotional processing, the healing that needed to happen for you to be ready to receive this blessing. And Sagittarius, you are ready now. The Nine of Cups is showing me that there is this beautiful energy of contentment that is about to wash over your life, but it is not just surface-level happiness. This is about deep soul satisfaction, about finally feeling like you are exactly where you are meant to be. The universe has been watching you, seeing how you have handled the challenges, how you have kept your faith even when things looked uncertain. And now it is time for you to reap the rewards of all that inner work. What I find really interesting about this card appearing first in your reading is that it sets the tone for everything else that is coming. The Nine of Cups is telling me that whatever this secret path is, whatever is about to be unveiled for you, it is going to bring you a level of fulfillment that you may have thought was not possible. You know that feeling when something exceeds your expectations. That is the energy here. You might have dreams and hopes, but what is actually coming is going to be even better than what you imagined. I am also getting that for some of you. This Nine of Cups energy is connected to a very specific wish or goal you set for yourself maybe 6 months ago, maybe even longer. There is something you asked the universe for, something you really wanted, but then you kind of released attachment to it because you knew you could not force it. Well, Sagittarius, that thing is circling back around to you now, but in a completely unexpected way. The veil is lifting, and you are about to see how the universe was working behind the scenes this entire time to align everything perfectly for you. The second card that appeared in your reading is the World. And oh my goodness, when this card showed up right after the Nine of Cups, I knew this reading was going to be powerful. The World is the final card of the major arcana, the card of completion, achievement, and reaching a significant milestone in your journey. But what is really beautiful about the World appearing here is that it is not just about ending something. It is about the recognition of how far you have come, Sagittarius. You have been through a complete cycle of growth and transformation. The World is showing me that you have learned lessons, you have faced challenges, you have evolved in ways that maybe you do not even fully recognize yet. This card is the universe giving you a standing ovation for everything you have accomplished, for every obstacle you overcame, for every time you chose growth over comfort. What the World is revealing to you is that you are standing at a threshold right now. You have completed one major chapter of your life, and you are about to step into something entirely new. This is that secret path the reading is talking about. The veil is lifting because you have earned the right to see what is next. You have done the work, you have paid your dues. And now the universe is opening up a doorway for you that was not visible before. I am getting really strong energy around travel and expansion with this card, which makes so much sense for Sagittarius energy. The World can literally indicate international opportunities, connections with people from different cultures or backgrounds, or even just a massive expansion of your worldview and understanding. Some of you might be getting opportunities to travel, to move, to explore new territories either physically or metaphorically. But even if you are not literally traveling, the World is showing me that your life is about to become so much bigger and richer than it has been. There is also this energy of integration with the World. You have been collecting all these experiences, all these lessons, all these skills and insights. And now everything is coming together in a way that makes perfect sense. You are going to look back and see how every single thing you went through was preparing you for this next phase. Nothing was wasted, Sagittarius. Every detour, every setback, every moment of confusion was actually guiding you toward this exact point. The world is also telling me that you are being recognized for your talents and your contributions. There is a sense of achievement and success here that is undeniable. People are going to see you differently. They are going to understand your value in a new way. And you are going to step into a level of confidence and self-assurance that comes from truly knowing who you are and what you are capable of. Now the third card in your reading is the Page of Swords. And this is where things get really interesting because this card is bringing in a completely different energy. The Page of Swords is all about new information, fresh perspectives, and being curious and alert to what is happening around you. This card is showing me that as this veil lifts, as this secret path reveals itself, you are going to need to stay mentally sharp and open to new ideas. The Page of Swords is telling me that there is going to be a moment of clarity, a sudden realization or piece of information that comes to you that completely shifts your understanding of a situation. This could come through a conversation, something you read, something you discover online, or just a random moment where everything suddenly clicks into place. The universe is sending you messages right now, Sagittarius. And the Page of Swords is encouraging you to pay attention. What I love about this card is that it represents that youthful, eager energy of wanting to learn and explore. The Page of Swords is not afraid to ask questions, to investigate, to dig deeper. And that is exactly what you need to do right now. Do not take things at face value. Be curious. Ask yourself what else you need to know, what other angles you should consider. This secret path that is opening up for you is going to require you to think differently, to be willing to challenge old assumptions and embrace new ways of seeing things. I am also getting that the Page of Swords is bringing news or communication that is going to be important for you. This could be an email, a phone call, a message, or even just overhearing something that gives you valuable insight. Keep your eyes and ears open, because the information you need is coming to you. And when it arrives, you are going to know it because it will feel like a puzzle piece clicking into place. There is also an energy here about speaking your truth and being direct in your communication. The Page of Swords does not beat around the bush. If there is something you need to say, something you need to ask for, or a boundary you need to set, this card is giving you the green light to do it. Your words have power right now, Sagittarius. So use them wisely and authentically. The fourth card that came through is the Ten of Swords. And I know when people see this card they sometimes get worried because it looks intense. But I want you to hear what this card is really saying in the context of your reading. The Ten of Swords represents an ending, yes. But it is specifically about the ending of a mental pattern, a way of thinking, or a belief system that has been causing you pain and suffering. Sagittarius, there is something you have been overthinking. Something you have been worrying about or mentally torturing yourself over. And the Ten of Swords is here to tell you that this cycle is over. Whatever story you have been telling yourself about why things are the way they are, whatever worst-case scenario you have been playing out in your mind, it is time to let it die. This card is actually liberating because it represents the moment when you finally hit rock bottom with something and you realize you cannot continue thinking this way anymore. The Ten of Swords is showing me that you have been carrying unnecessary mental burden. And part of what is happening as this veil lifts is that you are going to see clearly how much energy you were wasting on worry and anxiety that was not serving you. You are going to look at a situation and suddenly understand that it was never as bad as you thought it was. Or that the thing you were afraid of was actually protecting you from something worse. Or that the universe had a completely different plan all along. This card is also about betrayal and disappointment. And for some of you, there might have been a situation where you felt let down by someone or something. Maybe you invested energy into something that did not work out the way you hoped. Maybe you trusted someone who did not deserve it. The Ten of Swords is saying yes, that happened and it hurt. But now it is time to pull those swords out of your back and walk away from that battlefield. You cannot move forward on this new path while still carrying the weight of old wounds and grievances. What is really powerful about the Ten of Swords appearing in this reading is that it is showing me a complete mental reset for you. You are being given the opportunity to start fresh in how you think about yourself, your life, and your possibilities. The old narratives are dying, and that is exactly what needs to happen for you to step into this bright new beginning that the cards are showing. The fifth card is the Five of Wands. And this brings in an interesting dynamic because the Five of Wands is about conflict, competition, and different energies clashing against each other. At first glance, this might seem contradictory to the positive energy we have been seeing. But what the Five of Wands is actually showing me is that this secret path, this new beginning, is going to require you to navigate through some chaos and disorder first. Think of it like this. You are making your way towards something amazing, but there are a lot of different voices, opinions, and energies swirling around right now. Maybe there are people in your life who have different ideas about what you should do. Maybe there are multiple opportunities presenting themselves, and you are not sure which one to choose. Maybe there is just general confusion and a sense of everyone pulling in different directions. The Five of Wands is telling you that this is normal and temporary. You are in a phase where things feel a bit scattered and disorganized, but this is actually part of the process. Sometimes before clarity comes, there has to be a period where everything is up in the air. What the Five of Wands wants you to understand is that not every battle is worth fighting. Not every argument needs your energy. Not every disagreement requires resolution. Your job right now is to stay focused on your path, your vision, while you are truth. Let other people have their opinions and their conflicts. You do not need to engage with every challenge that presents itself. The Five of Wands can also represent healthy competition, and I am getting that for some of you. There might be a situation where you are being pushed to level up, to prove yourself, to show what you are really capable of. And you know what? You are ready for it. This is not about proving yourself to others. It is about proving to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. What I find interesting about this card is that it suggests multiple paths or options are available to you right now. The secret path that is being revealed is not necessarily obvious or straightforward. There might be some trial and error involved. You might need to try a few different approaches before you find the one that works. The Five of Wands is encouraging you to be flexible, to be willing to adjust your strategy, and to not get too attached to doing things a certain way. The sixth card in your reading is the Empress and Sagittarius. When this card appeared, I felt this beautiful, nurturing, abundant energy wash over the entire reading. The Empress is the ultimate card of creation, fertility, and bringing things into manifestation through love and care. This card is showing me that you are entering a period of incredible creativity and productivity. The Empress energy is all about growth, abundance, and watching things flourish. Whatever you plant right now, whatever you start, whatever you invest your energy into is going to grow and expand in beautiful ways. This card is connected to the secret path because it is showing me that this new beginning is not just about achievement or success in the traditional sense. It is about creating a life that feels rich, full, and deeply satisfying on every level. I am getting really strong energy around self-care and self-love with the Empress. Sagittarius, you have been pushing yourself hard, maybe neglecting your own needs while you focus on your goals and responsibilities. The Empress is here to remind you that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Part of this new beginning is about learning to nurture yourself the way you nurture others. It is about treating yourself with the same love, patience, and care that you extend to the people you care about. The Empress is also telling me that you are being called to tap into your creative power. There is something you have been wanting to create, whether that is a project, a business, or relationship, or just a more beautiful life for yourself. The Empress is giving you the green light to birth this into reality. You have everything you need within you right now to make this happen. The resources, the ideas, the energy, it is all there. You just need to trust in your own creative power and start taking action. For some of you, the Empress might literally be indicating pregnancy or the birth of something new in your family life. But for most of you, this is about birthing new aspects of yourself, new projects, new ways of being in the world. The Empress is showing me that you are in your power right now, Sagittarius. You are magnetic, attractive, and capable of manifesting whatever you desire. This is not the time to play small or doubt yourself. This is the time to step fully into your power and claim what is yours. The seventh card is the Devil. And I know this card can look scary, but what it is actually showing me in your reading is really important. The devil represents attachments, addictions, and the ways we keep ourselves trapped in situations that are not serving us. This card is appearing here because part of lifting the veil, part of seeing this secret path clearly, requires you to break free from something that has been holding you back. The devil is asking you to look honestly at where you have been giving your power away. Where have you been settling for less than you deserve? Where have you been staying in a situation out of fear or comfort rather than growth? What patterns or habits have you been repeating that you know deep down are not good for you? The devil is not here to judge you for any of this. It is here to illuminate these patterns so you can make a conscious choice to break free. I'm getting really strong energy around fear with this card. The devil often represents the fears that keep us stuck, the limiting beliefs that tell us we cannot have what we want or that we are not good enough. Sagittarius, there is something you have been afraid of, and that fear has been preventing you from taking the leap you need to take. The devil is showing you that this fear is actually an illusion. It is not as powerful as you think it is. And once you face it, once you walk through it, you are going to wonder why you let it control you for so long. The devil can also represent toxic relationships or situations where there is manipulation, control, or unhealthy dynamics at play. For some of you, this new beginning is going to require you to distance yourself from people or environments that have been draining your energy. The devil is giving you permission to prioritize your own well-being, even if that means disappointing others or breaking away from situations that others expect you to stay in. What is really powerful about the devil appearing in this reading is that it is showing me you have the awareness now to see these chains for what they are. You are not blind to what has been holding you back. And awareness is the first step toward freedom. The secret path that is opening up for you is going to lead you away from these limiting patterns and toward a much more authentic, empowered way of living. The It card is Page of Pentacles. And this is such a refreshing energy after the devil because the Page of Pentacles is all about new beginnings in the material world, new opportunities for learning and growth, and a fresh start when it comes to your practical affairs. This card is showing me that there is a new opportunity coming your way that is going to require you to approach things as a beginner, with a student mindset. The Page of Pentacles is telling me that you might be stepping into a new field, learning a new skill, or starting something from scratch. And while that might feel a bit daunting, especially if you are used to being the expert or the one in charge, this beginner energy is actually going to be really good for you. It is going to humble you in the best way. It is going to challenge you, and it is going to help you grow in unexpected directions. I am getting strong energy around financial opportunities with this card. The Page of Pentacles often indicates the beginning of something that is going to be financially beneficial for you in the long run. This might be a new job offer, a business idea, an investment opportunity, or just a new approach to managing your resources. Whatever it is, the Page of Pentacles is encouraging you to take it seriously, to do your research, and to be willing to put in the work to build something solid and lasting. What I love about this card is the energy of curiosity and enthusiasm. The Page of Pentacles is not jaded or cynical. They are genuinely excited to learn, to explore, to discover what is possible. And that is the energy you need to bring to this new beginning, Sagittarius. Even if you have been disappointed in the past, even if things have not worked out before, approach this new opportunity with fresh eyes and an open heart. The Page of Pentacles is also about being practical and grounded. This card is reminding you that dreams are wonderful, but you also need a plan. You need to think about the practical steps, the resources you need, the skills you need to develop. This secret path is not just going to magically unfold for you. You need to do your part. You need to show up and put in the effort. But the good news is that the Page of Pentacles is promising you that if you do the work, if you stay consistent and committed, you are going to see real, tangible results. The 9th card in your reading is Ace of Wands, and Sagittarius. This is one of the most exciting cards in the entire deck because the Ace of Wands represents pure creative fire, inspiration, and the spark of a brand new beginning. When an ace appears in a reading, it is like the universe handing you a gift, a seed of potential that is waiting to be planted and nurtured into something amazing. The Ace of Wands is showing me that you are being given a divine spark of inspiration right now. There is an idea, a passion, a creative impulse that is coming through you, and it is begging to be expressed. This is not just any random idea. This is something that is aligned with your soul purpose, something that is going to light you up from the inside and give you a sense of meaning and direction. What I love about the Ace of Wands appearing here is that it represents pure potential. You are at the very beginning of something, which means you get to shape it however you want. You get to decide what this becomes. The Ace of Wands is handing you the tools, the energy, the inspiration, and now it is up to you to take that spark and turn it into a flame. This card is all about taking action, Sagittarius. The Ace of Wands does not want you to sit around thinking about what you could do or what you should do. It wants you to actually do something. Even if you do not have all the answers, even if you do not know exactly how things are going to work out, the Ace of Wands is saying start. Take the first step, light the match, see what happens. I am getting really strong energy around passion and enthusiasm with this card, whatever this new beginning is about. It is something that truly excites you. It is something that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning. The Ace of Wands is showing me that you are being reconnected with your passion, your purpose, your fire, and when you are operating from that place of genuine enthusiasm and inspiration, amazing things happen. The Ace of Wands can also represent new opportunities that come seemingly out of nowhere. You might get an unexpected offer, an invitation, or a chance to participate in something that really appeals to you. When these opportunities present themselves, the Ace of Wands is encouraging you to say yes. Do not overthink it. Do not talk yourself out of it. Trust your instincts and go for it. The final card in your reading is Nine of Swords. And I want you to really hear what this card is saying because it ties everything together in a really important way. The Nine of Swords is the card of anxiety, worry, and mental anguish. It represents those nights when you cannot sleep because your mind is racing, when you are consumed by worst-case scenarios and fears about the future. The Nine of Swords is appearing here not because that is where you are going to be, but because it is showing you where you have been. This card is reflecting back to you all the worry and anxiety you have been carrying about your future, about whether things are going to work out, about whether you are making the right choices. Sagittarius, you have been so worried, so afraid, so convinced that things were not going to turn out well. But here's what the Nine of Swords wants you to understand in the context of this entire reading. All that worry was unnecessary. The veil is lifting now, and you are going to see that while you were lying awake at night consumed with fear, the universe was actually orchestrating this entire beautiful plan for you. While you were convinced that everything was going wrong, pieces were being moved into place for your highest good. The Nine of Swords is showing me that your fears were based on not being able to see the full picture. You were operating with limited information, with a veiled perspective. But now that the veil is lifting, now that this secret path is being revealed, you are going to understand that there was never anything to worry about. You were always safe, always guided, always being led toward this bright new beginning. What the Nine of Swords is really asking you to do is release anxiety and trust the process. Trust that even when you cannot see the path clearly, even when things feel uncertain or scary, there is a bigger plan unfolding. Trust that the universe has your back and that everything is working out for your highest good. So Sagittarius, let me bring all of this together for you. This reading is showing me that you are standing at a major turning point in your life. The veil that has been obscuring your path is lifting, and you are about to see opportunities, possibilities, and paths forward that you could not see before. This is your time for a bright new beginning, but it is going to require you to release old patterns, face your fears, and trust in the guidance you are receiving. The Nine of Cups and the World are showing you the destination, the fulfillment and completion that await you. The Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands are showing you the energy and approach you need to bring, staying curious, practical, and willing to take inspired action. The Ten of Swords, Five of Wands, the Devil, and Nine of Swords are showing you what needs to be released and what challenges you need to navigate. And the Empress is reminding you to nurture yourself and trust in your creative power throughout this entire journey. This is your moment, Sagittarius. The secret path is revealing itself. Are you ready to walk it? Because everything you have been dreaming of, everything you have been working toward, it is all waiting for you on the other side of this threshold. Trust the journey, trust yourself, and most importantly, Trust that the universe has orchestrated this entire beautiful plan just for you. I hope this reading resonated with you and gave you some clarity about what is coming. If you felt the energy of these cards speaking to you, drop a comment and let me know which card hit home the most. And remember, you are exactly where you need to be right now. Everything is unfolding perfectly.